Welcome everyone to this Marvel United playthrough which sees Spider-Man, Venom, Spider-Woman and Black Cat taking on Carnage. If you enjoy these playthroughs, please give me a like. Let's try and get more than the 20 on the last playthrough, as there's not many people covering this game now. But anyway, we're using the Spider-Verse locations and we have the same old threats to clear. Carnage has 11 health and a fear track of 10. So if the token hits that, it's game over. On his BAM he deals 1 damage to each hero in the same location, then he places a crisis token above each civilian token. On overflow, each civilian with a crisis token means the fear track adds by 1, and whenever a hero is knocked out it also advances by 1. So this will no doubt be hard as we need to act fast. But in terms of the threats which need clearing on the board, we have 3 Carnage offspring to deal with, which have 4 health each, and 3 symbiote ambushes, which makes it harder to rescue civilians. I don't think this will be easy, but regardless, let's get into the game with our heroes starting in Queens and Carnage starting in Osborn Labs. Carnage's first card sees him move in 3 and placing some civilians. So he moves into Queens and 6 civvies get placed on the board. Spider-Man is up first and he plays great responsibility, meaning he rescues 3 civilians from Queens before moving to Brooklyn Bridge. Gaining 3 punch tokens in the process. Venom plays a move and punch card, moving to Brooklyn Bridge, punching the thug and then moving to Oscorp Tower. Black Cat plays Cat Luck, which means she can manipulate the master plan if needed. But anyway, she punches a Carnage offspring, moves to the Daily Bugle and rescues a civvy. Carnage draws a card, but Black Cat tried to manipulate it to stop the BAM. Didn't work out, so Carnage moved 1, placed 3 thugs and did a BAM. Crisis tokens go off everywhere, and because the offspring add a civilian, overflow happens on Brooklyn Bridge, meaning 3 is added to the fear track, and our heroes look like this after suffering damage. Spider-Woman is up next and she plays a double punch card, punching a thug and the offspring before rescuing a civilian. Spider-Man plays Great Power, punching the offspring twice with Spider-Woman's ability and then punching a thug before moving to Oscorp Tower and punching another 2 thugs, which means he gains 3 heroic tokens. Venom is up last and he plays the symbiote enhancement. Moving to Brooklyn Bridge, he punches the offspring twice to clear the threat and then moves to Queens. Carnage has a 5 move card. So he moves to Queens, places 2 civvies and a thug in this and the adjacent locations, which causes overflow on the Daily Bugle. Causing 1 civvy in Queens to be discarded, and meaning the fear track is now on 4. Black Cat plays Cat Instincts, meaning she gains 2 heroic tokens that she uses straight away on the ambush, before punching a thug and moving to Midtown High. Spider-Woman plays Poison Blast, punching the offspring twice to clear the threat, punching a thug and then moving to the Daily Bugle. Spider-Man is up last and he plays a move and punch card along with his 3 heroic tokens. He punches the Offspring, moves to Osborn Labs to punch a thug, and places all 3 heroics on it to clear the threat. Gaining 1 punch token at the end of his round also, meaning he now has 4 to smack Carnage with. Carnage is up and plays a BAM card whilst remaining in Queens, so Venom takes the damage whilst Crisis tokens get placed above the civvies in both Queens and Oscorp Tower. Venom is up next though. He plays Regeneration, which means he gains back up to 3 cards. He then moves to Brooklyn Bridge, knocks out a thug, and at the end of his turn moves a civvy to Osborn Labs whilst saving another one. It does mean that the thug threat is cleared though, and so now Carnage will activate after Black Cat. So Black Cat plays Cat Luck. Moving to the Daily Bugle, she places a heroic to clear the threat. That means 2 are now done, so Carnage can suffer damage. At the end of her turn, she revealed the Master Plan card and decided to place it at the bottom because it will cause overflow at Oscorp Tower. So Carnage draws a 4 move and BAM, which Black Cat doesn't alter. He moves 4 places, places some thugs, and then BAMs, which only causes 1 civvy to get a crisis. But Oscorp Tower is now looking pretty stacked. So Spider-Woman doesn't have any punch cards, so she decides to play a move and heroic, moving to Queens and saving both Crisis civvies. Then drawing a card at the end of her turn. Spider-Man plays a move and heroic as again he has no punch cards. He does have 4 tokens he can play though. So he rescues a civilian, moves and punches Carnage 4 times. Places a heroic on the threat before moving to the Daily Bugle, where he sees the next card and decides to keep it. All the threats have now been cleared though, so everyone draws a card and is looking stacked. So now we know what Carnage will do. He moves to and BAMs, damaging Spider-Woman, as well as placing thugs which cause overflow. So the 3 from Oscorp disappear, and then their BAM effect triggers, which puts the fear track on 7. Boy, this one's going to be close. So Venom goes next. He plays a 2 punch card. Saving a civvy, then moving to Queens, he smacks Carnage for 2 damage, knocking him down to 5. Black Cat goes last and plays Cat Instincts, gaining 2 punch tokens. She moves to Queens and hits Carnage for 4 damage, leaving him with 1 health remaining. Carnage then plays Spawn of Evil. Moving to the Daily Bugle, as it has the most civvies for now. He BAMs and hurts Spider-Man, whilst also placing 3 Crisis tokens. Now the BAM triggers the Offspring, meaning another Crisis and civvy is placed. Then, a civvy gets put on every location, causing overflow. But because the location with the most civvies has the Crisis tokens removed, Oscorp Tower is the one to get activated, meaning only 2 get added to the fear track. And it saves our bacon as the fear track is moved to 9, leaving Spider-Woman to play Poison Blast, moving to the Daily Bugle and knocking out Carnage. Boy, was that one close. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this game. What a cracker. You can see why I love this game, man. It's just great. The Spider team did well, and Carnage is a cracking villain with a very different mechanic. I do love villains with the fear track though, as you always feel like you're wanting to think about future moves and you're rushing towards a certain goal. I know that I said I was going to do the Goblin, but Venom 2 trailer dropped, man, and it just looks decent, so I thought, you know what, let's whip Carnage out. Anyway, please consider helping out the Wolfpack by subscribing or making a one-off donation via Buy Me a Coffee. You could even consider becoming a Pack Alpha member, which soon will give you access to playthroughs a full week before they go up on YouTube. The strength of the wolf is in the pack after all. Ho!